get to
What's
it.
up, everybody? What's
What's
up?
up? What's
Y'all
up?
crazy
What's up?
cousins. Uh
Oh, nephews.
uh-huh. Brothers, twice
What's up?
removed. We're back with another episode of The Laughable Truth. Today we're gonna laugh about some good old truth. And the truth is this week, Tim, is the question I got for you. That we're both fathers, student pastors, working in the vineyard, just doing everything. The harvest is plenty and we the laborers. But with all those hats, how do you honor and I like to say budget time for your kids?
Man, that's a great question. That is a great question. I'm not even gonna flex with you, my guy. That has been a challenge.
Okay.
It's been a challenge, and here's the reason why, man. I'll start back when I first got into youth ministry, back in 2013, and my daughter was 3 and my son was 2. And I was so busy working and running the youth ministry that I felt like I could not budget time with my kids because they were so small. And I'm like, oh, we'll have our days, we have the nights, we have the weekends and things of that sort. And plus, they with me, so they're not at the age of like, Daddy, why are you not spending no time with me? They weren't asking those questions. They were just happy being in the room. But I think it was when I got into my 3rd year, my wife was a little bit tired of it. She finally sat me down and she was just like, baby, I love what you're doing, but I feel like you're neglecting the kids and I, specifically me. And that hurt me because I was always wondering why she wasn't so connected with me in ministry. I was wondering why when I had speaking engagements, she would say, no, I've got to watch the kids. And it was just a lot of stuff. And the truth boiled down is she was like, while you were giving your all as Uncle Tim and Pastor Tim, you left us behind. While you were getting glorified, while yes, you kept acknowledging us, but like, if you would have put that same time in as you were putting in to be the youth pastor, I think our lives would have been better. But I didn't get it. And I was even, boy, man, when I tell you, I was even mad at her for even bringing that up to me. Because I kept saying to her, I was like, bruh, I do this, man. How many times
Yeah.
like every time you wanted to go to Memphis, I was driving to Memphis. I'm like, bro.
Yeah.
And while I'm fussing and frustrated, she was like, I just wanted the time with you. It could have been anything. But you would go and give your job 8 hours. Every Sunday, we had the kids in our house. People were calling you at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. You were getting out of bed to go rescue their kids because they were acting up. You was doing all of that. But when I needed you to rescue me and the kids, I had to wait. You had to plug that in. You had to ask for permission to leave your job so that you can do this. But I never did that to you. I gave you the freedom to do what you did do because I saw how much it was bringing you joy. And so I fast forward into here I am now as a student director, literally 10 years later. Wow, it's been 10 years. Wow, 10 years later. And bro, when I tell you, man, I have found such a golden nugget in budgeting time with my kids. Like, I get off at 5 o'clock. And when I say I get off, I ain't going home to do no work. When I get off work, unless I got a scheduled meeting, outside of that, don't ask me, can I do this? Don't ask me, can I show? This time is blocked off for my wife and my kids. I cut my phone up. Like I've gotten in the habit of putting my phone on the charger while I'm in the living room. And I'm specifically doing that so I won't have the distraction. Because I've been giving the world all of me all day. Like, it will behoove me to come home and go to bed and act like my kids ain't miss me, or act like my wife didn't need to see me. So
Come on, behoove.
uh
Yeah.
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 But yeah, man, yeah, man, I think that struck me now in my older age, kind of like in my later years of ministry, the importance of budgeting that time. Like we budget for
Yes.
everything,
Yeah.
but we don't budget time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I use the word budgeting, just because it makes me think of money, and as sacred as we do with money, like our practices with our time. Um, uh, One of these things that I love that's so important, like as a student pastor, getting a chance to hang with other next gen people and children's directors is it's one lady I came across. Her name is Angela Marks. Shout out to Angela Marks. She's amazing. But she talks about intentional ways
Yeah.
that parents can use their moments. She has this thing, she's like car chats. Car chats are the moment where you driving your kids somewhere,
Yeah.
instead of cutting on the radio and giving them an iPad, use it as conversation time. Another one she's talked about like bedside banter. So when you're putting in the bed, like what is the conversation that you're having? Just it's not the quantity of it, it's the quality of it. And I think so much like listening to her, and then kind of even the video you sent me earlier this week, just kind of are we taking the time to be unserious? Like, am I like, although my son is gonna do the same kick move 1,000 times, like is it brand new every time I see it? Does he keep getting an excitement? Because like you said, man, if one of my kids at the church, they're gonna play 1,000 games, and every time I go, I'm gonna be the same excited. Like, do I give my kids not the same, but
Yeah.
more?
More.
Because I'm mismodeling for my kids in the youth ministry if they get more than my kids do. And so like it's a hat that we gotta wear, and it needs to come like a from a hat to a skin. Because like we always daddy.
Yep.
Like you like your kids will graduate high school to go to your church and in the school programs that you work with, and they might not come back. But them kids that came from your loins, the fruit from you that got your name that look like you,
The
they're
fruit
yours.
thereof. Yeah.
Look, to death do one of y'all apart. Like
That's
like they're yours. And so like how are we making sure that we give that time? How are we making sure that even though like going home dog tired, and like you said, behooves me to get in the bed. Like I don't feel like talking to nobody. I've been talking to folks all day. I don't feel like hearing them. I don't feel like being dependent on, but my 6-year-old is behind the door waiting on. My 2-year-old needs to know her dad, like feel her dad's hug and playing with her like from a young age. And like to be honest, it's a struggle. It's a struggle to turn off like a hard day to go in and spend the time. But the struggle is gonna be even more real when I'm old and my kids don't want to spend time with me.
I
Because what
think
I'm
that's what
doing,
we miss. I think that's what we miss, man. We miss like you're missing that time now.
yeah,
And then
yeah,
when that later comes, it's just like, man, I wish I would have. You don't want to live your life wishing that you could have spent that quality time. And now you're in your old age. And I got to make time for you, daddy.
dude, it's
And don't let them live in another state.
another state, another city. I live an hour and a half, and it's a struggle. I'm like, I gotta go there, but we busy. I'm coming back. Like, if you make them an option now, and not just an option, a secondary option now, that you'll be that secondary option later. And so what we're doing now as parents is sowing seeds. And love, Christ teaches us love is sacrifice.
Yep.
It's sacrifice. Like, am I sacrificing that 5 minutes of silence just so I can hear about my son's day? But I think the problem is when we don't make that sacrifice, we miss so much of our kids' life.
Yep.
We miss like dude, as we prepare for the day, I was like, I can't miss my kids a field day. So I didn't want to go. Friday my off day. So we're gonna record on a Friday. I'm gonna chill, when to get my haircut. I sit there and said, go to your kids' Go to the field day. And I went up there. I'm learning. Like my kid, like everybody leaning on my son, and he just this and that. And find out the little boy said, "That's his girlfriend." I said, "What?" He can't have no girlfriend until he's 16. You know? Man, to tell you, look at God, back up off him. And what they don't know is I never arranged my son's marriage, but that's another episode. It's a rain. It's the rain. It's the rain. It's the rain. But that's another episode. We're gonna talk about that in a couple more episodes.
Oh, sir. Not
just
you though.
watching-
Right. He's
Doc,
6.
He's 6. But I'm telling you, I'm gonna give you a look. Dating when he's 16 gonna look different. I'm gonna need them show with their original birth certificate. That's all I'm saying. But it's a rain. It's a rain. And I keep telling
I hear you,
them,
Doc.
I ain't gonna
I
ever
hear
put
you,
a name
Doc.
out there, but every time you say so-and-so, they like me, they're my crush. You gonna marry so-and-so. I'm gonna marry so-and-so. Yes. You gonna marry so it's already hooked up. But like going there today and like seeing him in his element, listening to him like especially as a dad. I went in there and there were 6 mothers in the room. It was 6 mothers in the room with their children, and I'm the only man. And I walk in and realize there was a deficit of men because when I walk in the room, the kids, the teachers there, but they start asking me to do something. Can you tie my shoe? Can you open this? And like showing my son the flex of having a father present and being there, not because of who I am, but no, dude, I love you. And me love you, man, I'm gonna spend time with you. But just the fact that other kids' fathers aren't there. And I don't know the situation about how many other kids don't have fathers at home, but in our community, that's the majority.
Yep.
Everybody gonna celebrate Mother's Day.
Yep.
50% of people ain't
Fathers.
Father's Day.
Yep.
Mother's gonna get this lavish dinner, spa weekend, daddy. We want you to grill on Father's Day.
They want you to cook.
We got some socks
Well,
and a tie for you.
if that.
And so like as a father, making sure that I start sowing seeds of my kids are my investment. Like as a student pastor, my kids are my first church.
Yep.
All the teenagers in my youth ministry might know how to pray, but if my son Calvin Jr. don't know how to pray, I'm messed up.
Yep.
He grew up in a house with me. I'm his pastor first. And like us knowing how to do that. And not even that, but like segueing for just a house, our wives. Man, it's like when you said your wife came to you, like shout out, I think God blesses ministers and pastors with good wives.
They do, bro. Shout out to Shanita.
Shout out to Jasmine. My wife.
Jasmine and Shanita, thank y'all. Because listen, it's a special grace.
And wear a lot of hats. It's a special anointing. It's gonna be a new crown jewel in your crown when you get the
a new one. Bro, when you said that, man, so watch this. I just read this. It says quality time is a time with your children and giving them your undivided attention, doing tasks that they like to do.
Yeah.
And I'll add children and wife. So I'm gonna talk about the children first. The undivided attention. So watch this. Just last night, I'm watching the Lakers game, right? And my son is learning how to throw the ball, right? Okay. So he balls up some paper because we in the house. So I'm like, yeah, don't throw no ball in the house. But he's smart. So he was like, well, I can ball some paper up and make it a ball. That's how smart he is. So he just like, he's throwing the ball like this. And I'm like, no, Zach, let daddy teach you how. So he's a lefty. So I'm like, I'm throwing it with my right. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to switch it up so he can learn the form of throwing. So I start throwing my left. I looked deformed doing it, but he looked perfect. So I'm sitting here teaching. And then, so I'm doing this while commercials going on. So I'm like, okay, I got about 2 to 3 minutes so I can do this. Bro, he wanted to play while the game was going on. And I was like, hold on, Zach, hold on. Let daddy finish the game and we can play. He was like, oh, okay, daddy. And Holy Spirit convicted my heart. And he said, what's more important?
Wow.
He said, you can do both.
Wow.
So he went to the room and then came back, and I was like, let me see the paper. So he threw the ball to me and we started playing. So I'm literally doing it like this, looking at the game, catching it, throwing it, doing it. And it hit me. I said, man, I don't want my kids to think that my game is more important than them.
Mm.
And I said, God, convict me every time I do that.
Mm.
Because I don't want to develop that characteristic. You said something a minute ago, and you said, about what they don't, if they don't get it now, they're not going to want to do it then. And the first thing came to my mind, if we don't make it a priority now, it becomes an option later.
Ooh. Say that
If
one more time.
don't,
Hold on. Run it back.
If we don't make it a priority to spend time, intentional time with our kids and our wives, it will become an option later.
Dude.
And what we don't want is when we get 50 and 60, it becomes I can pick and choose when I want to spend time with my parents.
Yeah.
Because they picked and choose when they spend time with me. So whatever we want now, we got to invest that time now. And then I want to go back on my wife. And I was like, I remember when we were first dating, bro, and I was working at Macy's and she was working at Bath and Body Works. And we will be intentional, bro. We worked in the same mall. I will be intentional to have my scheduled breaks when she has hers, because I'm like, hey, this is the only time that we have. So I developed that time with her, right? So it'll be days that she'll be off and I have to work because I was in management. And I was like, baby, I got an hour break. I'm finna come over to the house. We're going to spend time together. And then I got to go back because I got to close. When I tell you, she used to be so mad because when I get off work from working retail, I don't know if you ever worked retail before. Working retail, by the time you get done, you like, bro, I don't want to deal with nobody. I've been folding. I've been dealing with customers all day. I just want to go home and relax. I literally was telling her that. And she said, baby, I thought you wanted to spend time with me. I said, baby, our time is different. You want to spend a whole hour, my 30 minutes, my 15 minutes with you. And then want me to come spend time with you after I get off work. Bro, I want to go home. Well, you don't understand the value of time. No, you don't understand the concept of time. If I'm spending 15 minutes, 30 minutes, and an hour with you, if I'm driving from my job to come see you 5 minutes from where my job is to spend intentional time with you, you should be happy that I'm spending time with you. What I was missing was I was spending time with her, but I was distracted.
Right.
I was spending time with her, but I was on my phone. I was spending time with her and I was talking to her mama and her dad. But it wasn't time with her. She was like, baby, I just want to sit on the couch and watch a show. I just wanted, those are the stuff that I missed.
Yeah.
The understanding of time.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you a question, bro. So when you think of time, is there a time limit that qualifies as a complete I've spent time with you? Or when you think of time, time is whatever you feel that's intentional?
Yeah. Dude, it's definitely the intentional part. What I'm learning is, when you were talking, two things came to my mind. One is going back to love languages. And then the other one
is that's her love language, quality time. I'm like, why would you?
I just been saying, man, knowing your wife and your children's love language. Your kids gotta look like, knowing that is so important. But it's the quality of it. Like, I would literally pause the show that we're supposed to be watching together and look at it like, you don't want to watch this? We can watch something else. Because I feel like my love languages is shifting. The older I get, it's just like, I need some time. I need some unparenting time with my wife. That we're together, and it's the quality, like us connecting, watching something that's either funny to us or emotionally connected. Like, I'm gonna tell you right now, we on the 911 shows, Lone Star and the other one, whatever the other one it is, Doc, and they know how to grab your heart. I like it when we both watching the show and we both turn each other like, and we stand at each other like, dude, did you see that? Like, it's those moments where we're connecting and we're together and enjoying something together. It's not pulling from us, but that time, it's not idleness, it's us connecting. Like, cause all day long, my wife is a teacher. She works with the preschool ministry here. And so all day long, we're dealing with people pulling from us, and all that stuff. We come home tired in two separate ways. And look, women and men communicate differently, and so she wants to tell you about her day and in detail, and I want to tell her about it in a summary. And so we got
3 minutes. I'm
Hey,
giving my elevator speech.
I had a meeting. I went to the school. I did some work on my computer and this. You want to tell me the kids and who did what and flipped over and how many boogers came? Okay, and I'm gonna listen because I'm learning that my listening to her is helping her. And like even the quality of time is not just learning the love language, but also me learning. And I think this is a man thing. Me learning in the moment when I'm talking to her, what does she need from me? Because sometimes my wife just wants me to vent and don't want me to fix it. Like my natural being is if you come to me with some issues, I got some solutions. And what I was finding out is that I was frustrating her because she just wanted to let it out. She didn't want me to fix it. She just wanted to let me know I'm mad. This happened, this happened, this happened, this happened, and this happened. This is how I felt when this happened. And she had the nerve to do this, and I always do this. Oh, wow. Okay. And that's what she needed from me. She said maybe a hug, maybe come like, and so in the quality of time, I'm learning, like, especially with my wife and even so with my kids, I'm learning to give them what they need in those moments. Like sometimes my daughter, my 2-year-old, she wants to climb, she stand in between my legs and reach up. I pick up, she's gonna hug me, she'll get down. And she'll come back and she'll reach up and like that's what she needs. And I'm realizing that my job pays me to give them what I need.
That's real.
When I'm going to play places and do music, they pay me to get them what they need. But when I give my children and wife what they need, they might not pay me, but I'm making an investment in them. And so learning to do that, learning to listen to my son, they didn't remix the song social media. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. 3, 4, shut the door. You know, when you say that, now it's 1, 2, buckle my shoe. 3, 4, buckle some more. 5, 6, 19 kicks. And that's all I do. I'm like, hey, baby, we gotta do something. We gotta get to 10. No, they didn't remix it. It's all remixed. And I need to not only hear him sing that, but sing that with him. Because what I'm learning is my wife and my kids, all the people that care about me, want moments where they can invite me in their world. As a youth pastor, my wife go to games with me. My kids go to games with me, and they're always in my world. It would be selfish of me to never give them a moment to invite me in there. And I'm learning now to be in their world, to learn who they are. Like I need to learn who this 6-year-old son I get, like because he's not the 5-year-old, and he tells me. I was doing that when I was 5, not that I'm 6. Like he goes stuff. When I was 4, I'm like, how do you remember this in the age? But like he's telling me with these ages that I'm a different person. I did different things at that time. And if I don't recognize the phase that he in and enjoy the phase, I saw a post the other day and it says, it's just a phase, enjoy it.
Yeah.
It is. Knowing the phase that he's in and enjoying, like loving it. And I can, and I'm learning to not restrict myself, but discipline myself in the moment of sometimes as husbands and wives that are also parents, we can be more parents than we are spouses. Like we can and that's why when people empty nest, they divorce because they've spent those 18 years of their lives investing in their kids, going to their kids' football games, going to their kids' soccer game, going to PTA meetings, all of that kind of stuff with their kids that they never spent time dating and their spouse. I found this post online on a successful professional. It says marriage tip, follow the 2-2-2 rule. Every 2 weeks, go on a date. Every 2 months, go away for a weekend. Every 2 years, go for a week together. Now, babysitters and kids, you know, my math, carry the one, don't be adding up for all the time.
Especially with 4 kids.
Oh my God. Bless you. Stretch my hand your way.
Right. My kids always talking about, Daddy, when we gonna go to Florida? Daddy, when we gonna do this? I said, so I sat my kids down. Bruh, I sat my kids down. And I said, you know what? Instead of me always complaining to you all, because I know this is, y'all like traveling because we get a chance to do stuff together as a family, right?
Yeah.
So to your point, like there's times when we cut the music off and we just talk. My son loves if you had, could you, what would you do if you had, or so
Yeah.
we play that game all the time, right? And so I said, I get it. I said, I get it. Y'all love going to the zoo. Y'all love going, taking just random trips. I get it. I said, but I want to break this thing down to you all. Okay. I said, because y'all got to think about it. It's 4 y'all plus Gigi. So that's 5 people that daddy has to take care of every single time we want to go to the restaurant, every time y'all want to go on a trip, every time y'all want to do stuff. So let's break this thing down. I said, what was the last time we did? We went to the zoo. Okay, I said, perfect example. We went to Chattanooga. I said, let's break this math down. I said, to fill daddy's truck up, it's going to cost $40. That is a 3.5-hour trip. So more likely I'm going to have to put gas in there again. So let's just average $80. Okay. We're going to the zoo. The zoo costs $32.99 per person over the age of 12. Your siblings is $12.99. I said, okay, let's do the math. Okay, all right. And I said, now we got to think about eating. Y'all always want to go to Waffle House before we get on the road. I said, now let's calculate going to Waffle House to eat.
It's hood hibachi. Waffle House is hood hibachi.
That was the first hibachi experience that. Boy, why do I hear the clacking? This is how much I go to Waffle House.
Boy. It's hood
God,
hibachi.
I hate you. God, I hate you. I am literally hearing.
Ching, 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 ching. You can see the right there at the bottom. Ooh, look at that.
God, I hate you. Shut up.
Covered, smothered, and trunk.
Give
it to me.
Man, God, I got tears in my eyes, man. I never thought about that food. God, I hate you. Ladies and gentlemen, if y'all ever want to spend 5 minutes with Calvin, please make sure that you don't eat, you don't drink while you're talking to him, because he's going to make you spit and cry. That is just
man.
Bruh, oh my gosh. Dang, I hate you. God, I hate you. Now every time I go to Waffle House, I'm gonna think of a
good score. Waffle House don't need a good grade. Give me that Waffle House with the C.
That's what I want. I want the lady with that
arm. Me? With that extra,
I want that lady with that arm, because she gonna
shoulder pads, the elbow pads. You hear me? I want that dude with that cigarette in his ear.
Right. Ready to smoke it. Ready to smoke it. He don't be playing too.
That stuff, but you think that's gonna be the best. That's gonna be the best waffle.
Man,
listen, the best eggs,
if you don't smell like weed and cigarettes, I do not want to come to your establishment. I'm serious, because they done been there a while.
You hear me?
They shoes leaning. They shoes looking like this.
They melted at the bottom. Could they keep pouring their water on the floor to clean the little flow for the water run down the drain? They got.
Sir, why do you smell like bleach and cigarettes? I'm sick of it.
But that food gonna be busting.
That food gonna be busting. If they ain't arguing every 5 to 10 minutes because you didn't say the order right, the cook trying to get your order right, and you saying it wrong, and if he ain't looking at you like Sarah, you got to tell me that you want a double stack. You want. We get back to the story. I think so. When I got done with it, I had them pull out their phones and they calculated it all. So I said, I want y'all to understand, when daddy say I can't do it, it's not because I don't want to do it. It's just right now, I have to budget $300 to $400 just to have a good time. Now, when the Lord blesses me that I don't have to worry about finances, and we can go on lavish trips and we can go do all this stuff, I said, trust me, I ain't gonna never say nothing. I said, but until then, we got to be good stewards of what we have. I don't want to be in the negative just so that you can have a good time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because after we had that good time and we eat, I don't want to be having no conversation with your mama on how we gonna eat
Right.
for the rest
Right.
of the week. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
when it was just y'all two, it was nothing. But that was back in 2010,
Yeah.
12.
Yeah.
That was easy money. Y'all was small. Y'all can eat off the kids' meal. Y'all can share a pizza because both of
Eat
y'all
off my
gonna finna eat
plate.
y'all can share off of me and your mama.
Yeah. Yeah.
Y'all get mad because I'm saying y'all don't order nothing over $10.
And
Now,
when they go to the buffet, you still 9. You 9. Don't you say you 9.
with a
You hear
little,
me?
with a little peach fuzz on your lip, tell them that you 9.
You 9.
You just, your parents are just hairy and you just got that trait.
We part Cherokee, Jeep Cherokee.
Look, I told my daughter to do that one time. We went to All You Can Eat, and they said, they said 4 and under is free. So my son was 3. No, my son is 2, and she had just turned 5. So we went in there. So I said, Zoe, you're 4 today. Okay. Calvin, I was serious, bro. Zoe, you're 4 today. I said, you remember how you used to say that you were 6 when you was 4? I said, today, I just want you to reverse it. Today, you 4. I know you 5, but tell them that you 4. Bro, why we get to the register, they said, how many you got? I said, so I got 2 under 4, and the rest of them, are 10 and 11. Daddy, I just turned 5. I said, ma'am, yeah, she just turned 5, but I mean, can we just charge her? She was just crying. She was laughing so hard. She said, baby, you don't have to worry. We'll charge you for a 4-year-old because baby girl just really told you. She said, did y'all have a conversation before y'all came? I said, how do you know? She said, you know how many parents do that? They coach their child.
I'm telling you.
They get in here and they tell me and they forget everything that y'all just talked about 5 minutes before y'all walked into the.
I'm gonna tell you, my folks when he let, I had it was my sister, myself, and they adopted my 2 cousins. My baby cousin, they wouldn't let her go to the register. Like it was like they would go in the
stand over there.
And we would go to the part that like you're leaving out.
Yeah.
And so like he
Go
like
sit
them my phone over there. She 3.
This Golden Corral didn't have that. I normally do that. They normally go stand over there with their mama because I grab the tray and the plates and the cups.
Go to Corral, got slick. They got them doors with that no handle on it. You gotta teach your child how to use their finger to slip up in that crack and pull that door back.
Lord forgive us for teaching our kids the wrong way, God. We just trying to help our pockets.
Car artists. We car artists at folks.
We're just trying to fix our pockets, Lord. We trying to survive after this $79 meal that we're about to enjoy.
Huh? He said, take you eat all of it, and you paid it all. So we just try to enjoy.
And then we had the audacity to be mad at them because they don't eat all their food. Nigga, this is all you can eat. Why is you leaving food on the plate?
I wouldn't leave nothing.
That fish, that chicken, everything you don't. I just want to try it. You better eat it. I don't care how long you chewing that steak. You better.
Ryan's used to give us them rolls with that wax paper.
Listen, sir.
And I'm putting a steak in my pocket. I'm going home with a steak in one pocket and some cookies in the other.
Sir.
How we talk about food?
Sir, how do we get here? But no, it's true. Because spending quality time with our kids, this is the stuff that we do. They don't understand the sacrifices that we make to have quality time. And I'm like, yeah, I get it. I know my kids are like all the time, like, Daddy, I don't want to eat at home. And I'm getting this, but it's just like, at some point y'all have to understand no doesn't mean never.
Yeah.
Just means not right now. Y'all just give us a moment. Like I'm preparing for myself tonight because I already know my girl, my oldest girl, she real quick. Hey, Daddy. So what we doing tomorrow?
Yeah, that's my son.
I already know where you're going with this. You want to know what we doing tomorrow. And I can't say nothing.
Yeah.
Daddy, can we go to Waffle House as a family? And then they throw that in.
They got,
Bro,
Oh,
they
that
done got
quality time,
smart.
bro.
Bro, they done got smart. So they'll be my oldest two will be in the room, and they'll send Zoe, my 6-year-old, in the living room. So, Dad, we ain't got no breakfast. So I was just thinking maybe we can go to Waffle House and get waffles, and then we can leave there and go to the park. And then after we leave the park, we can go, okay, we can go whenever else we want to because we done did what we wanted. Whole time, the kids in there is like, oh, I hope Zoe asked Dad if we're gonna go eat. I said, y'all pulling your daddy. And when I got it, guess who do it? Every time. My kids wanted to go driving. They got this little place out here called Tiny Town, and my kids wanted to go. And I was like, man, this is gonna be expensive, baby. I said, but this is what she wants to do for her birthday, so let's go. Well, when I got that bill,
My
I
God,
said, Jesus.
man.
I think I was more mad because I was going to throw it up in their face every time. So every time he did wrong, bro, I just spent $250 on y'all, and you look at it. Boy, you better get up in here and clean this room, bro. I'm talking about for like 2 weeks straight, bro. I was on them. Y'all
Dude,
remember how much
you
money
like Martin with Gina engagement ring. You gotta have that receipt. Show them the receipt, baby. Show Gina engagement ring. Show them the rock. Like
this what I just did this for you, and you sitting here telling me, Daddy, I forgot.
Yes,
Daddy, I knew you knew I was coming home, and you know how I am when I get home, and you telling me that you forgot to take the trash out, and I just spent $200 on you, my boy.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's I'm learning. I'm learning to not only invest in them and learn how they communicate, but teach them how you communicate.
Like, bro, this is good. Keep going,
dude. It's a like when you said you set your kids down, and so like just kind of showing them, because for them the experience is what, like it's what they feel like. And so like I remember having a conversation with my wife, and she was asking about this, and I don't know, we cannot talk about this right now. She's like, why? I said, because every time you bring this stuff up, I see dollar signs. I am the dad from Everybody Hates Chris so hard in my head. Don't let me go. So like that's no, that's $8 worth of chicken left on that plate. I need that plate clean. I need you,
bro. That is,
and like I'm a like I see it, and like what it helps us do, dude. What it helps us do is it helps us to like become each other, and like value each other's values. Like that is a family's way of bearing each other's burden. And so like trying to make sure that I adequately spend time with my wife, that I date my wife, trying to make sure that both of my kids feel like both of their parents love them to the moon and back. But also trying to get them to understand that, hey, I would love to take you everywhere you want to go, but right now we can't go everywhere. And so what we've learned and what we're learning to do is to make experiences out of nothing. Like, and when I say nothing, I mean small things. Like the other day, we run around our house having a Nerf gun fight, and it get like it's my wife, my son, and myself. And I ain't talking about them little skinny Nerfs. I'm talking about them fat Nerfs, mega Nerfs. We Nerf gun fighting. We going outside. My son's new thing is he's still in Squid Games. Squid Game. I don't know. He's never watched Squid Games. I don't know how he got exposed, but he want to play red light, green light. And so like making that an experience, blowing it and going over the top. And so like I'm eager to hear if you're watching, or if you watch this on the platform, drop this in the comments if you can. Let us know, what are you doing to make experiences out of small things for your kids. I think also us making experiences and learning what they like, because sometimes my son, like I just bought I went to Ollie's and bought a $1 pack, thick pack of construction paper. And it was like I had bought home a pack of gold. Like he just wanted to put and glue and make crown. And like, I'm like, oh, my kid, like, all right, he like drawing. So this is it. This is my experience. And it's like the spending time with them isn't about necessarily how much money you spend.
That's good.
It's just the fact that you took time to spend time. And parents, all of us are parents are people too. So spend time with your kids. If you're married, spend time with your spouse, but also spend time with yourself. Like
That's
I
real.
just sit in moments and me and God just sit and talk, sit in my corner. This morning I got my spot here in Hattiesburg. It's a Brewster's Coffee House. I'm gonna go sit in there in my corner and I'm gonna open my laptop so I can look like I'm working, but I'm really just sitting idly. So I can think about everything and nothing at the same time. Like where nothing is pulling on me. Because quality time is not just made to spend with others. It's just like
That's good, sir.
Like spending, like you spend quality time. Time is a currency. Like it is valued. It is a currency, and you can't just pay for everybody else and never pay for yourself.
Quality time is not always transactional.
Yes, it's not always with other people, but it's for yourself. Self-care, self-time. Like I'm learning it. I'm learning.
The quality time now to me is equivalent to the word impact. It looks different for everyone.
Yeah.
A lot of times we, to your point, we put dollar signs on quality time, and it's really not. Like everything, like, and that's one thing I'm teaching my kids. Quality time does not always mean daddy gotta go spend money. Quality time is, man, let me come hang out in your room.
Yeah.
PSA, that would never happen because it stinks and it's dirty, and I can't get past that.
They won't.
But
and if you let your clothes
I had to bear
from God,
I had to bear. I sit on the floor, find me a little spot, be like Brandy and sit around in my own corner. Like I find that one spot, clear it off, and like I'm telling you, going to my kids' room is a treasure. I'm gonna find something new. How long this plate? What is plate? Like,
why did you eat in here? Why? First of all, why are you eating here? And then when?
Spoons? Like I ain't got no spoons in my kitchen right now. I can't find.
Oh my gosh, parents!
I can't find a spoon.
I think that is the number one thing that parents are still to this day trying to figure out where the utensils are. Bro, when I tell you, I just bought a pack of 12 forks, my boy, because my son loves playing drums with him. So we're looking, it's time to eat. And we looking for the forks. This Negro done put him in his room, banging on his drum set. And then when we tell him to go find it, he's in the room for 15 minutes and we realize he ain't gonna find it. He come back. I don't know what I did with him. I said, bro, you wasting my money playing with these.
Go look in the closet. That's what it's stuck to.
Bro, wait till we deep clean that room. We gonna find the rings that we've been looking for, the jewelry we've been looking for, the spoons and the forks we've been looking for, the plate that we've been looking for, all in their room, all because you wanted to play with.
Yeah.
And because I needed it so bad, your mama done ran me to the store to go buy some more.
My love.
When a whole doggone 12 pieces in y'all room.
In the room. In the room. Come on in the room. Go in that room, parents. Go in your kids' room. Go flip that mattress every now and then. Hang out with them. Act like y'all wrestling and flip that mattress over.
Oh, bro. Oh, this is a sidebar. For any parent that's like my mama, bro, I don't know if your mama did you like this or your daddy did you like this while you was growing up. But bro, we will come home and everything will be in the middle of the floor. My dad, the days that he will be off, my mom will be at home. They would just have these moments where they like, I'm sick and tired of their room looking like this. we would literally come home with a pile of clothes, junk. The beds would be stripped. Everything underneath the beds would be taken out. Clothes that was underneath the bed is in the middle of the floor. If they open up our drawers and it wasn't folded, all of that would be. Bro. When I say it would take us 3 hours, bro,
Oh, they with
to
Mama did
clean this.
something. No more wire.
Man, I tell my kids, I said, man, y'all need to be thankful that stuff like that.
Yeah.
It triggers me. So
Yeah.
because it triggers me, I'm never gonna do y'all like that. But just know I'll be this close
Uh-huh.
and do like Jesus and flip the tables in this room and tell y'all to clean it up.
He moved mountains and he flipped tables.
But I know if I do this, it's gonna take y'all all day, and then that's gonna make me mad again. It shouldn't take this long for y'all to clean this room up. Daddy, how you gonna tell me how long it's gonna take? And you done flipped all of our beds.
Everything.
All of our drawers have been emptied out.
Everything.
And you want this done in 3 hours.
Set a time. Hey, Google. Oh, no.
Hey, Google.
Alexa, set a timer for 3 hours.
Sir, I when I say I'm beyond tired of it, I'm tired of it. But I think that would be, but you know what? This just popped up in my heart, man. Maybe one day, not today, but maybe one day. Maybe one day I will do that, and I'll use that as quality time, because sometimes what we I did this talk a while ago, and I said, man, it's crazy how we expect what we don't inspect. We expect our kids to do what they're supposed to do, but we never inspect it.
Yeah.
We've never.
Yeah.
So how can I expect something? Well, I need to, just like the people who come and inspect the restaurant, they take you with you. They take them with you, and they say, this is what is wrong, so I'm gonna check you off of that. This is wrong, and this is what I'm gonna check. I'm constantly telling you what I want, but I never show you. So maybe I need to do that to show you. So the next time I inspect it, my expectation is a little bit higher.
Dude.
Right now, I'm expecting you to do something and be something that I ain't really just showed you yet.
Dude. Bruh. I gotta go back. You were just talking, and we were talking about being in our kids' room. And you were talking about one day spending the quality time. I was thinking of the fact that a lot of times for a lot of parents, we don't start going, when we do finally go to our kids' rooms and sitting down with them, they think something wrong. They think something wrong. They think it's and so like what I'm learning, it hit me twofold right there. It hit me in the spot of learning the fact that I need to start sitting with him and call him in there, come sit with me, even when there's nothing wrong. Whether we watching the game, whether we whatever we're doing, come do it with me.
That's good, bro.
But it helped me, and I think the other thing that hit me when I was thinking about it as you were talking is the fact that us going and making it normal for us to go sit with our kids, it almost takes me back to the mindset of Adam and Eve in the garden, that God had a time of day every day to go talk to them. Like he had a routine that he's going to their place where they are to hang out.
Oh, come on, let's crack this Bible open. Sir, you about to, Now
we in Genesis 3.
We in Genesis, sir.
Genesis 3, it's like, and the thing that hit me is that when our kids get in trouble is when we want to start having the conversation. That's when we want to sit down. That's when we want some drastic happen. But like to be like God, and every day in the cool of the day, God had a conversation. Yes. Every day. And so much that it was stupid for Adam to say, we heard you coming, when you knew he was coming. It was very idiotic of Adam. I heard you coming, so I went here. Bruh, you knew I would come. I come in every day at the same time, in the same place, to do the same thing.
In the same way.
Spend time with you.
Nothing of me changes, but we change. Oh, sir.
That's
Sir. Oh, oh my gosh.
it rocks.
Sir.
It rocks.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You done gave me a whole new revelation.
It rocks it, dog.
Oh, so that's why it is so important to spend this quality time with our kids, because man, then it makes me even go to this thought. How many times how many times is God waiting on us to get to the place where he's already at? Like, it's almost like meet me. It's almost like when you were dating, you was like, meet me if you were in school or something. You know, if you're in school, meet me in the stairway in between breaks.
Mm-hmm.
And then your girl waiting on you. And because we didn't have technology back in the day, we didn't have no way. It's if a teacher pulled us to the side, or if a coach pulled us to the side, or if our friends pulled us to the side, and you know you got an assignment, you got a place that you're trying to go, and then God is waiting there, and he's like, man, I meet you here every night at this time. And here you are asking me, where are you? And God is like, I'm always here.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like the scripture, draw nigh to him, for he draw nigh to you. Well,
Yes.
he can't draw nigh to something he ain't close to.
Yeah, man.
He got to be in the same proximity as you for him to draw close to you.
Yes.
So why is God always waiting on us? And why do we act like it's such a shock that, man, God, I didn't know you was here. What?
Yeah.
Bro, I'm here all the time.
Yes.
Now let's equate that to our children. How many times are our children waiting on us to show up, to spend that time? And we think about everything else that's so much more important than our quality time with our kids, when they're meeting us at the same place every day, at home,
every day,
in our cars.
God.
They don't miss a beat.
Yeah.
If I don't show up at home and I don't communicate that I'm not coming home, guess what? They're waiting for me to come home.
Yeah.
And when I come home late, bro, it is never a time when my kids say, well, Daddy, I thought you was coming home earlier than that. Daddy, what took you so long to get home?
Yeah.
They're never going to say that if I don't do the same thing every single day. So for every day, I'm coming home around 6:30, 7 o'clock. The one time I come home at 9:30, they question like, Daddy, what did you have to do that was so important that you get home so late? They're not trying to hear the excuses that I may try to come up with. They ain't trying to hear, oh, I had a meeting and it got carried over. They ain't trying to hear, man, I had an event that I had to go to. If they didn't hear that at the AM, they show not receiving it in the PM.
Yeah.
But in their mind, so Daddy, what movie we watching tonight?
Yeah. We watching something. We doing, and like, dude,
I'd have been going all day, and you talking about you want to watch an hour, 2-hour movie?
Daddy, that brand new. We watching something. Even though I'm gonna go to sleep in the first 15 minutes, I need my time with my daddy. I need my time with you, and it's necessary. It's necessary. It's gonna be. It's a struggle. It's a sacrifice. You're gonna be tired. You're gonna be frustrated from the day. You're gonna be ready to go and jump under the bed. But them kids, and the thing that whoops me every time I read in Genesis 3 is that the cool of the day. We both from Mississippi. Mm-hmm. It's something about that cool time of day. I go outside, sit on the porch, and let that wind blow in the cool of the day. I'm not gonna go outside. No other time it's pleasant. I don't enjoy any other time. So that means God came down in the good part of the day. Now, Eden was perfect. It was. But he came down in the best part of the day to spend with his children. Are we taking the best, like, are we making the time with our family the best part of our day?
Ooh, and that's a real
Um,
question.
Are we more rewarded by getting pats on the back at work? Are we more rewarded by like people uplifting us or being whoever we have to be wearing that hat outside of our home? Or are it's the best time of our day when we get a chance to lock in with those that love us the most? Those that love us still when we mess up. When because on our job, when you mess up, they look at you. But our kids, like my son, he said, "I love you, Daddy."
Yep.
It's like and make that the best part of our day.
Is that the highlight of our day? As to your point, I got to hold on to that one, bro. Because sometimes we miss that. The highlights of our day, literally, sometimes is man, I got a chance to see kids give their life to Christ. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
But how beautiful will it be to know that your kids got that same highlight?
Gotcha. Yeah,
The
man.
best highlight of my day was seeing my daddy come home.
Yeah, man.
He spent time with me.
Yeah.
So, man, this conversation was really good today, sir. Like that quality time, bro. What are we prioritizing and budgeting our time with our kids and for those who are married with our spouses?
Yeah.
Are we making that quality time, man? Man, thank you so much, man, for this great talk today, man. I've gained so much. You're leaving me speechless with how were you afraid of the very thing that we do every day
Every day.
at the same time?
Same way.
Man, pray us out, bro. That was good.
God help us that we mirror your example, that you are our model for how we spend time, that even when we stink, we mess
Mm.
up, you love to come put on us as the prodigal's father did, the best robe and the best ring. Help us, God, to do that for our family, to have the best time of the day when we're with those people, when we're loving on them, pouring into them. God, help us to, there's an ego that's separating us. God, help us be humble and love that family. Help us to be resourceful and innovative and creative when it comes to spending time with our family. God, where finances don't make it, God, help our mind to create an experience that no matter what we're doing, that it's the best time of the day. We thank you for it. We love you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Yeah. Man, thank you so much for this, bro. Like for real, man. I sent you the topic, man, but you know that's I don't know why that's something that I've always struggled with, bro.
Mm.
It's like my view of time spent does not equate to what they think time is spent.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I'm quick to say, dang, we just sat on the bed and laughed, man. That was 10 minutes. And I'm
Yeah.
like, but that was quality time. I wasn't, the TV wasn't on, no phones were being lifted up and all like we did something the other night. We pray, like we try to make it very intentional about us praying, but you know, sometimes it doesn't happen all the time. But at least 3 to 4 times out of a week, we pray together as a family. But one time, man, we after we finished praying, man, my daughter was just acting really silly, and we sat up for like another 45 minutes, man, just watching doggone TikTok videos, just cracking up laughing. And man, and I looked at that and I was like, man, if I had all of this long day to have this hour of us praying and laughing together, I can go to bed and say, man, I had a great fulfilled day.
Mm.
Because my kids are going to bed saying, man, I got a chance to kick it with daddy.
Yeah.
My wife can say, man, just watching, like she told me something the other day. She was like, "You just don't know how sexy that is when I see you playing with the kids and you being with kids all day."
Yeah.
Like she was like, "You just don't know." I'm like, "Dang, I look sexy playing with kids." And
Goo goo
what, what'd you do for?
goo goo gaga. Like goo goo. We're gonna play with them kids.
Goo goo gaga gaga gaga.
All the baby talk I need to.
Boy,
Hey,
I do. I
look,
do.
man, I saw this video on Instagram and it really helped me. And I, as much as I can, I really make it an effort to do it. This woman said this. She said that small children are like dogs. And when you play with a dog and you're excited to see the dog, you're like, oh, 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 and you really excited to play with the dog. The dog jumps up and lights up. She said, small children do that when you light up when you see them.
Yep.
She said, but so you have to do that as much as you can while they're small, because when they get older, they become cats.
Lazy, just want to hang around.
They don't want all the fuss. They don't want they're very detached. She said, so enjoy your small dog phase. And so like I have some days, my days, like I don't even feel like talking about it, but I pick up my daughter from preschool every day. And so if I'm gonna pick her up, I'm not gonna pick her up with a baby. I'm gonna hug that baby. She'll get that kiss. She'll get my smile. I'm gonna ride home. She'll go to sleep in the back. While she's sleeping in the back, I'm gonna let the world bear down on me. Because that's like, but when my time with her, like when she sees me, when I receive her, I'm receiving her like she the best gift ever, because she is. And
I
the
do that.
same with my
It's funny you
son.
said that. I do that to my son, man. He the only one. Like my daughter will come in. She like, "Hey, dad." My son, "What's up, pops?" But and Zoe, it's day to day, depending on how she feeling. But that little one, bro,
Mhm.
every day, bro, he never ceases to amaze me and put a smile on my face by just saying, "Daddy's home.
Yeah,
Hey, daddy, how was your day?
yeah.
I
I love,
miss you."
I
Bro,
love it. I love it. I
listen,
love
listen, bro. I don't care how manly of a man you say you are.
you, Melvin.
That
You,
feeling right there when your kids say daddy's home, bro, I live for that, bro.
dude.
I live, bro. When I say I could have the worst day ever, and Zach will run to me, hug me, and say, like, literally, I'm coming up the steps to our apartment, and we have the the little door ring thing, so it alerts them when someone comes up the steps, and you can hear them before you get to the very top. Daddy's home, daddy's home. I open the door, "Hey, daddy's home." I'm like, bro,
Dude,
you don't get tired of saying that? I'm coming home every night. As long as I'm out of town, bro,
I'm gonna
I'm
be
saying
here.
that I'm gonna be
I'm gonna
here.
be here. Man, I love it. I love it. My son, I drive, we live in an old house. Like our house was built in like 1935. And so it's a convention house, it's raised. And so like his room is like the driveway is right next to his room. So I'm gonna pull up. That man's gonna peel back them curtains. And so when I'm coming up, we hear his feet coming down the wood floor, doop, 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 and he gonna be standing there. And I'm telling you what used to be so funny when he was smaller, him and my dog would race each other to the door to see which one gonna get. And like they pushing each other. And now it's my daughter too. So it's my daughter, my son, and my dog. They're just pushing each other. And I'm telling, like, it is one of the most rewarding film. I believe that part of Jesus' redemption for us is giving us kids that appreciate us and
And a
celebrate us.
dog.
And listen, especially in days where the world will beat us down, and I get home and I got a child that is ready to celebrate me. Oh man, oh it's so
It's
it's
so
just
rewarding, bro.
that is grace and mercy, because I don't deserve it, but like they have it. They have
It's
it
such
every day.
a it's such a and then I'd be mad because then my son be asleep some days when I get home and I don't get that reaction from my other kids. I'm like, dang, where's Zach at? At least somebody happy to see me.
tell
And
them
I
I'm
always
keeping
have my
that
dog.
action. Y'all better,
Man,
you know them TikTok phrase. We gotta make a TikTok trend. Hey, daddy. You know they got that good morning, gorgeous. We gotta do a hey, daddy. Father's Day coming up. Hey, daddy.
let's start. Let's get that rocking.
What Usher ain't the Usher got a song called Daddy's Home? There we go.
Daddy's home.
That's it. I need y'all to party when I pull up. It's a party when I pull up.
That ain't
Celebrate me. Mama get good morning, gorgeous. Daddy get Daddy's home. Alexa, play Usher, Daddy's Home.
Hey Daddy, Daddy's Home by Usher from Apple Music.
Turn her up. Where we at?
Usher, baby. I just want to get your attention.
I just want to go to the chorus. I'm sorry.
You ain't got to take me my down.
Still in the verse.
So what's I say?
Go jump.
Get that
Break
right
it up,
part.
bro.
I don't like it. Come on. Ursula.
Not Ursher. Come on, Ursher.
That's all I need to say. I'm home for you. That's it.
And I've been waiting. Daddy's home. Yeah, come on, Usher. I wish my kids would sing like that.
Hey, Daddy. There we go. There we go. That's the new father's anthem. When your daddy pull up, bump it on your Alexa, your Bluetooth speaker, yell it. If you ain't got nothing smart in your smart device, you be a smart mouth and you're like, Daddy's home.
Listen, I'm gonna set up my my home pod to play that song when I get in proximity of the Wi-Fi.
That's
Daddy's here, y'all.
That's the new automation. New automation.
New automation.
I'm gonna put it in my phone.
I'm finna do that right now.
I get home, Dad is home. I'm gonna see if we can do that. I don't know if my Google do act like that, but we're gonna do that. Dad is home. Hey Google, play Dad is home. Well, no offense, Alexa. But we're gonna do that. Celebrating Dad. Oh man, it's good. That's good. That's good.